DeMarcus Lawrence joins us now. The Tank Lawrence Show brought to you by Ford, built for Texas, built for you. And a good afternoon, sir. How the heck are you?
What up, my guys? How we doing?
We are doing great. We're just talking about this franchise making the playoffs in back-to-back years for the first time since 2006, 2007. Is there something you can point to of why this is different this time around?
I say mostly, the coaching staff, the chemistry on the team that we built. Yeah, just that right there. Being able to have the same coaching staff 3 years running now. I mean, I feel like the boys done adjusted well, and also, we in a comfort zone that we can, rely on each other, or we know that the other guy's gonna make the play, so.
Well, talking about relying on each other, Coach preaches complimentary football, and I don't think that was as evident as what happened on Sunday against the Texans, where you get that goal line stand, you have the awesome play on third down, you're able to get the stop on fourth down, you get off the field, and then the offense goes 98 yards for a touchdown. As a fan, that is just pure badassery to watch. I can't imagine for you living in the moment what that was like, being able to live it. What were the emotions like for you and the team?
Oh, man, the emotions were high, because, as a team, we know it should have never got to that point, you know what I mean? So, emotions were high. We knew the game was on the line, and that's what good teams do. They stand tall. They don't fold in hard situations like that, and they keep doing what they've been taught all year long, and that's continuing to drive. So,
yeah, and you did stand tall as a defense there, but on the replay, on the big play you made on third down, it was almost like you got tripped and you were falling forward and then shot forward along horizontally like a snake. Is that what that technique was? Was that a snake move in there to get the ball carrier?
No, man. I just say it's the blessing of God, man. I must be doing something right in my life. So
maybe we can call it the snake move moving forward. The tank snake.
Oh, yeah.
Tank snake move there. Hey, Tank, when defenses have to deal with sudden change, you're sitting over on the sidelines and then you get a sudden change. Is there something that you guys is DQ? Does he talk about that? Do the coaches talk about that? Like, hey, sudden change, we got to be ready to do this, or is it just you got to go out there and play the first play and kind of see where you're at?
Me personally, I think with sudden change is, it's just really, man, just staying in the moment.
Right.
Like we be so intense and hyped up for the offense when they on the field, and it's like, when it's a sudden change situation, it's like, all right, bet, like, say less. Like, we're going to make sure we go and get the ball back for the offense. So, I think it got a lot to do with pride and, just being who you are.
Well, I asked you last week if it's hard to stay focused when it's a last-place team, and you said no because everybody in the NFL is good. So I guess I got to give you credit for being right on that. But you also felt like the game should have been out of question before the end there, right?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I feel the same way y'all feel.
Have you ever seen a team or maybe been on a Cowboys team that actually did have zero chance in a game, though?
Have I ever been on the Cowboys team that an opposite team had zero chance of winning?
Yeah, that you're like, wow, this team is so bad. They actually do have zero chance at winning.
Yeah, I had a couple of situations like that, but I don't think it's nothing to speak on.
Okay, all right.
That's fair.
Yeah, we're gonna ask Micah later. He'll tell us that. He'll speak.
Micah should be quiet by now.
Hey, okay, Tank. You mentioned that though, and I'm not trying to. Hopefully, not dig into your business. But as a veteran guy, do you kind of say something? I maybe like I say, it's a private matter. But do you say so? I don't think he personally said anything wrong. I feel like he was kind of complimentary towards the Eagles. To be on my read on it.
Yeah. I definitely said something. I ain't even gonna cap, but it's just really, man, it's just standing on what you know and who you are. He's a Dallas Cowboy. We ain't gonna sit here and throw shade to nobody, but we still ain't gonna sit here and boo somebody up. You know what I mean? Especially a rival team. So, definitely had to let them know, like, hey, man, like we ain't gonna say nothing good or bad about them. Like we just ain't gonna say nothing about them.
Yeah. Well, so, and I agree with Brian there. Like, I don't think that he necessarily said anything wrong, but I mean, you mentioned that you even said something to him. So is it just you don't want to give an opposing team any type of bulletin board material because they can just find a way to spin words, even if it's not something that you necessarily said. They can find a way to use it as motivation against you.
Yeah, I don't think you give them no confidence on, what we believe in or if they're playing good or not. Like, shoot, you just let them know we coming regardless.
It's the DeMarcus Lawrence Show here on 105.3 The Fan. What do you see with the Jags, and how much do you want to get to Trevor Lawrence this week?
Oh, man. They actually have a young, stable, good team, man. Their offensive core, I feel like they can be elite once they have, more time with each other. But overall, it's just, us playing our football, our style of play, and, we're going to have to communicate at a high level. And that's just really what it is, man. And, everything will happen how it's supposed to.
Is there any worry, Tank, that, that you have like Doug Peterson, his days in Philadelphia might have a little familiarity with you? Or this is just a totally different team, totally different situations with him in Jacksonville?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully, he recognizes my play, because I recognize his coaching.
Sure.
I mean, so, I feel like, the coaching style doesn't leave you no matter what team you go to. It's just all really about adjusting to, your players and how you want to, go about a certain game. So, I don't think it's nothing that I haven't seen before. It's just all about us making sure we go out there and handle business and play complimentary football.
Speaking of recognizing your play, Tank, did the Tolos and the Cowboys fans pick you up in the Pro Bowl voting a little bit?
I haven't checked.
Okay.
Checked yet. So,
all right.
Hopefully that one little play make me stand out.
Yeah.
So.
It should.
No, man, you made a lot of plays. Don't talk about one little play.
So get our guy in there.
But Tank, I'm always fascinated because I think that, did you read the down block? Is that kind of what triggered you on that particular play? Because I went back and watched the All-22, and I'm thinking, here's Tank being smart again. He read that down block there and then just shot it. Am I going the right direction there, or am I way off base?
Oh yeah. But I got a lot more plays to make on goal line, so I just don't want to,
You don't want to give it away.
Too much,
I got you. I'm sorry.
I
by the acknowledgement there of you not answering the question, I'll take that as I was maybe going down the right path.
Well, Tank, I know you don't want to give too much away, but I'd imagine nobody knows Tyron better than you do, having gone against him for as long as you have on that team in practice every day. How's the big man looking? Are we getting old school Tyron Smith back?
Oh yeah, I don't think the old school Tyron is gonna ever leave. I think I told y'all a couple of weeks ago, like, how aggressive he came out, came back to play with us, and I was telling him, like, hey bro, like, nah bro, like, we ain't no little chumps out here, like, you ain't gonna be treating my defense, any kind of way. So, I feel like he simmered down, and now he's more adjusted to how we play the game, and he's ready to roll. I'll tell you that.
You say Tyron's never going away, but how about, do you reflect on how close you got last year to maybe not being back? How hard of a decision was that for you? And obviously we celebrate it, and Cowboys fans appreciate you now, but how close did you get to not being a Cowboy this year?
Oh man, I can't really say, because I do a lot of praying, and I left it in God's hands, and this is a decision that He wanted me to make for me and my family. But I don't think it was a time of, transitioning to something else. I feel like, He led me here to be a Cowboy for a reason, and that reason is, make sure we bring gold back to the city of Dallas. So I feel like we're on the right path, and, everything that, I've been praying for is, coming into fruition.
Is it important for you to start and finish your career with the Cowboys?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I never seen myself, playing for another organization, and, for me to be here as a Cowboy and, going 9 years strong, I mean, I wouldn't have it any other way.
Hey, Tank, I think I was at the start of this morning doing some stuff out there. I think I saw some orange helmets and some blue and white jerseys out there on that practice field. I think there was some Boise State kids out there practicing. You get a chance to go out and say hello to anybody, or old trainers, doctors, anybody out there kind of come back, give you a hug, and say it's good to see you again?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I definitely went out there and showed face. my boy Andy Avalos, head coach now. So, man, it's just, crazy how times change, but also, the evolution of, men and how we grow.
Sure.
So, it was a beautiful thing. Went out there, seeing my old equipment manager, the whole nine. So glad the boys down here, but just make sure y'all leave y'all mark on Texas.
Now, Tank, I do got to tell you, I retired from beer drinking 7 years ago, but I do enjoy an NA beer. And I keep seeing things pop up on my social media feed with this NA beer thing you have going with Allsups, and I was wondering if you could tell us more about it.
Yeah, man. Got a non-alcoholic beer. It's called Drink Sip. It's out now in stores. All I can't say it off the top.
All Sips?
Yeah, all sips.
Yeah.
All Sips, having in their stores right now. So, if you used to be beer drinker, and now you're looking for something less potent on the alcohol side, Drink Sip is the way to go.
Man, it's delicious. How good the NA beers have become. I'm surprised with how delicious they are, to be honest.
Yeah, and that's the thing for me, man. I'd rather go for the taste and a nice burp instead of the alcohol. So
I hear you. On that. All right, Tank. Well, have fun down there in Jacksonville. Of course, we want you to give them hell. We'll be pulling for you.
Most definitely, boys. Y'all take care.
Thanks. You too. There he goes. The DeMarcus Lawrence Show here on 105 through the Fan, brought to you by Ford. Built for Texas, built for you.